different, and we've all got different things, so we've all got different things wrong with us. Everybody. So don't feel a bit bad that, you know, that maybe you've got particular difficulties.
Yeah, you need definitely back. Yeah, so
what about you, Fabian? What have we talked about when you come to see? So, how do you think we can get over the problem of maybe getting a few more computer skills? There's college courses, but the problem with that is they get
What about that college over here?
Yeah, there's that course there. I found out that they're offering computer courses through the library. And there's a list there of all the different libraries and the telephone numbers. And you ring up and you can book yourself on one of the courses at the library sessions. You'll be able to search the internet, send and reply to emails, use Facebook, Twitter, and how to write a good CV. And you have to book in at your local library.
Regarding us just around the table here, we could all pick out each other's brains to see where we are at with computers and log everything in, just because one person might know one part, another person might know something that that person doesn't know.
Christine,
So we could get round to all this bit between ourselves.
Yeah.
I know little bits, but I don't know a lot, but somebody might know what I don't know.
Oh, that's a good idea, Trevor, really good idea.
But also, Christian, also, if we get Zoom text in the in here, I can actually do some work on a computer, because I've worked on computers all my life, basically. So I'm more than happy to help out as well.
Oh, that'd
if
be
we're able
lovely.
to, you know, get Zoom text in, I'll be able to do some work as well.
Yeah,
So
thanks ever so much.
Right.
But the thing is, I swap my good, decent computer skills, so when I do want to look on the internet and apply for jobs, I want good computer skills, so I know how to do it myself.
Yeah, that's good to get more independent.
Because the thing is, I'm struggling.
Yeah, and we did look at trying to get you on one of the courses, didn't we? But they were all fully booked.
Yeah.
And that often is the case, that they're so booked up that it's difficult to get on. So how do you feel then about maybe having a bit of help from some of the other people in the group? How do you feel about that, Dave?
That would be good.
Oh, that's lovely. That's really good of you to offer. And we have done the little computer workshops before, haven't we?
We have,
so we
yeah.
might look to expand that
Yeah,
bit.
definitely, yeah. I'm up for
And
that.
hopefully I'm trying to get volunteers as well on board,
Absolutely.
who can offer extra assistance.
Well, mate.
You did have Debbie, we've now got Jackie instead, and I'm sure Jackie will help us as well with doing that. But if we can get even more people doing it, and some of you around the table are much better than others, you can offer a bit of what they call peer support to each other, so that'd be really good. What about when you actually do your applications? How do you find when you put your applications in? Do you think that they're properly considered? Do you think you get the chance? Do you think that, you know...
Well, we hope you get the chance, don't we?
You hope that you do, yeah?
Well, apparently it's illegal that when you hand your CV in, it's illegal for the person to chuck it away.
Well, I know, when I put that one, when I saw you, I put that one in
It
Wilkinson.
is.
I didn't even bother to call anyone to look at it, they just, you know, when you go into Wilkinson, you've got that other tool on the side. All they've done is put it on the side and left it.
It's
Find
chuck it
out for
away.
yourself who you need to speak to, the person direct, and hand it to that person direct, rather than going around the houses.
All I've done is give it to them over the counter, the counter that's got, I gave it to one of the girls there, and they just put it down on the side and left it. So I don't know if...
Well, that's really good advice from Trevor.
Also, I was told it's important to make your CV stand out as well. So,
Yeah.
so it makes the employer take notice of it,
Yeah.
rather than too bland and, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, all I done is just handed it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we can do here, we can do another session, if you like, on what is the right sort of information to go on a CV, and maybe which is the best way to present it.
Yeah.
You know, what to highlight on your CV about, you know, highlighting the strong points, good skills, yeah, that you've got.
Good selling points in your CV.
Exactly,
Right, isn't it?
exactly.
I mean, I've got my CV, but I don't think it really goes yet.
And if you send off for a job, so let's say, for example, you apply for a job as a cleaner, and then you see another job to work in a warehouse of a shop. Would you just send your CV in for both of those, or would you change it a bit for each of the jobs? What would you do? You just send the same one?
No, I think you'd,
Same one. What do you think, James?
I think we'll adapt it to make it, you know, for the different jobs, to make it stronger for that particular job, to give yourself the best possible chance.
That is the advice they give when
Yeah.
you look up. It tells you to look at the job,
Yeah.
look at what is going to be required
Yeah, key
of you
core
in that
elements of the
job.
job.
What they call, not the job description,
Core
but
competency.
is that's it, the competency skills, and they'll write down what experience and maybe qualifications you want to have, and you try and match that list to your CV. And so the things on there that they've said that they require and what you've already done, you would then highlight on your CV to make sure that they take account of the fact that, you know, yes, you've got those skills. Try to highlight those skills. Get a volunteer, and then maybe if we organise a computer session with all of you, then the people that can feel a bit more competent with using a computer can maybe help the ones who are struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I remember
Like me.
me, I was struggling.
Yeah.
As I said, I know a few did.
Yeah,
And I could probably like teach different people different ways and that, but
yeah, that'd be good.
like we say, like you, if I can figure out what your problem is, I can probably work around it with you.
Yeah.
So if you bring the paperwork in
Next week I will do.
and when you come in, then I can work around it if I know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good fun actually. I think it's nice because it sort of basically helps you sort of introduce you to different people. It's nice also hearing different theories on how to look for work in terms of job search. And I think it's very, very good actually. I think it's nice also because it helps get your confidence up and interacting as a group, also doing one-to-one job search, which I've been doing as well. And I think the whole project has been very successful. I think I really like it. It's good fun. I think, well, I mean, as I say, when I first came to the project, I don't think I was that confident, to be honest. I was sort of quite confident, but wasn't confident enough. I hadn't been in work for quite a while, about 4.5 years, 5 years. Struggled to do job search. The previous company I was with didn't really give you the one-to-one support, and basically you was just left on your own to left to your own devices and try to struggle on looking for work. But I think the difference with this project, it certainly is the fact that, you know, it's been very beneficial in the fact that it's people who are similar nature to yourself. You know, it's primarily for people who, you know, do have to face barriers in life and do have certain difficulties. And I think it's nice that the whole group understands each other. It's not just me talking to an advisor. They don't basically have a clue what I'm talking about. It's actually nice that, you know, the whole group can bring empathy to each other and basically support each other as well, which I think is a very nice thing. Now, I think the main thing Christian is to get employment at the end of the day. That's the main goal. I think I've achieved one of my barriers, getting confidence. But I think the main thing is to now secure permanent and long-term employment. Yeah, that was for Common Library a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't successful on that occasion, unfortunately, but it was still a positive thing because to get an interview in, in a world where work is quite sort of limited at the moment, it was a big achievement for me. As I say, it's quite difficult given the fact my eyesight is deteriorating, so it is quite difficult to just go and find any job. So I have to be quite selective in the job I'm looking for, and have to be also realistic at the same time. When interviews come along, I do cherish them because it's a sign that I'm doing well and I'm getting to where I need to be. Yeah, of course, yeah. I think at the end of the day, I think it's important to, give something back to the group. I know a few people have a few issues with using computers, so I'm quite lucky in the fact that I have used computers all of my life, and if I can, give them some support and expertise and knowledge of what I've learned in the past, I'd be more than happy to, because it'd be nice for them to benefit from what I've benefited from.
Well, I find yourself very helpful, and that when I was sent in to see you on a voluntary basis, you was really helpful. You've helped me regarding coming into here, building my confidence, and hopefully getting me into voluntary work, and that, which has gone a good step forward, and I'm quite happy with what you're doing for me. Taking time, people taking the time to hear and listening to you, not just having a conversation, giving their time to help you do things regardless of stuff regarding computers, which I'm not very good with. Fulfilling I can do, but the routes that I go down to find voluntary work, I don't know where to find that myself, and that is really helpful. Really easy, and I'll fit in quite easy in every circle, and that I'll be joining group discussions, I could take the lead, and yeah, it's nice to hear other people's experiences and what you're also doing for them as well, so it's quite easy. Yes, I've applied for voluntary work. One is a read aloud group at the library, and the other one is helping the vulnerable and that, which I'm quite positive about. I've already filled in the form for the DBS certificate, and I went to the council on Monday after my Pinnacle group, and they've done all the documentation for it, regarding passport, my driving licence, and they've sent it all off, and now I've just got to wait and hear from them. And I know there won't be a problem because I'm quite boring, I've got no record.
That sounds really great.
I'll help any way I can, stuff that I can do, I'll help anybody, and that whether I know them, whether I don't know them, and that has been my life history. I don't think it hurts to help others, and that whether you're being paid for it or whether it's voluntary, I just think it should be a part of everybody's life, and that because it's nice to help others. But I just see it as a normal way of life, and that, and I know people are telling me they're skilled, but I just see it as a normal way of life, and I find it hard to put the things that I do in like everyday life and class it as a skill, because I just think it's basic decency, the things that you go through in life.
Well, we really appreciate it.
Politeness and all that, it doesn't cost nothing, and helping others doesn't cost nothing. It's just a nice thing to do. And I've done voluntary work. When I worked in the past, I ran a football team for 7 years, and as well as working about 60, 70 hours a week, I used to put in 15 hours, up to 15 hours voluntary a week, helping children and all of that, and it was nice because you're giving something back. It's nice.
Lovely. That's really generous of you and your time.
I'm trying various different things. Because of my accident and the work that I used to do, I can no longer do that. So now I'm getting a lot of help to help me move forward into hopefully leading into paid employment. So I'm hoping, I want to work, I don't want to be on benefits, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get to that stage where I can get a wage again, because you just just feel ashamed being on benefits and that, and I never thought I'd be in that situation. I think majority of people will help someone and that. You know, a little while ago I was at a bus stop and somebody was lost, and so I gave them my bus book, I showed them where they needed to go and wrote it down, and it was just so easy, but they was grateful and that, but it's just giving a bus book and telling them where to go, giving them a bit more help. But I just think it's easy, and it doesn't hurt, it really doesn't hurt. I mean, some people wouldn't help anybody and that, but I really don't think it hurts.
You go the extra mile.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks ever so much for chatting to me today.
Thank you.